Hello, today we're going to be learning on just the basic texturing and saving the UVs, and so it can be opened in GIMP or Photoshop. So we're going to start with making sure that polygons is selected on the top left corner on the drop down menu, and then we can select our object and we will go to create UVs. And as you can see, we have several options of mapping our object, and it's just if you have a spherical or cylinder shape, then you will use this, but since we have planing as a plane map, is the one we're going to use. So we're going into the option box and we have several choices. Since we're looking through the camera from the Z point of view, that's I choose that one and you click apply and then close the window. Go to Windows UV Texture Editor and you will see your UV Texture Editor window, and you can go and modify by dragging the handles on the planar map that is given to us, so that is adjusted perfectly in this square. This is where we're gonna be texturing, and then once it's done, we will go to polygons. We're gonna go to polygons, UV snapshot, and then since we have saved the project earlier in all the folders, it automatically will send us to images. So you can name these however you like and adjust the size if you like of the dimensions of the snapshot, and then changing the format. I like using JPEG, so click OK. And another way of texturing is simply going into your attribute editor and finding the material that is placed on the object, and see in this graded box next to the color, you click this, you will get the color box, and you can choose any colors you like that you wish to place on your object, and click accept. It's important that every time you create a new object, add a different materials to the object so that it doesn't change the same color as the other object that you're trying to change to. So that's what you will have. But the difference between this and using GIMP or Photoshop is that this is very plain and simple, but using Photoshop we can add various details on it and getting real textures from walls or anything that you desire to add to your object. So this is the simple and basic way of adding textures. So if you want to add textures that you've already created in Photoshop or GIMP, you will click on this checkbox and you go to File, and you will find the created image or texture, and you will add it to your object, and as well several other existing textures that you can place on your object. And under the place texture, you can change the colors that you like on that texture that you place on your object. And that's it for this lesson, and the next one will be about importing the UV texture into GIMP and texturing it and placing it again into Maya and placing it in your object.